Record. Okay. Thanks for coming today, guys. Feet underneath your pelvis. Relax the shoulders away from your ears, grounding down. Notice where you might be holding any tension at the moment. And just take a couple breaths, just feeling where your body is right now. And then we'll take a big inhale up. Exhaling everything out. One more time, big inhale up. Exhale, slow roll to your toes. Starting to pull those abs up and in to control yourself as you're rolling over to your toes, and then hang out in your forward fold. So seeing that your feet are hip width apart, toes facing forward, and just take a moment there. You can just let everything go. Let the neck hang, starting to find loosening in your low back and your hamstrings, and then begin to walk out to find your plank position. Hanging out a moment in your plank, lengthen through your heels, slide the shoulders away from the ears, long neck, draw the abs up and in, feel as if you got some support under your belly to pull those abs up, and then into your downward dog. And just hang out here. You can bend the knees, run them out. Start to find that opening. One more breath there. Pressing both heels back, slight bend of the knee, and then draw the abs in to wave your body forward as you roll back into your plank, holding that strong plank as you just float the right leg up, point the toe, and lower the leg, float the left leg up, point the toe. 2 more times each side. Draw the abs in. And breathe. 1 more each side. So you find that glute activation, and then take it back to your downward dog. Hang out in the downward dog for a moment. Again, taking any movement you need. Push the shoulder blades into your back pockets. So you're pressing the floor away from you, and then slide the shoulder blades into the back pockets. Draw the abs in, and then roll yourself back forward into your plank, hanging out in your plank. Firm up the thighs, draw the abs in, shift your weight slightly forward, and then with the eye of the elbow forward, micro bend the arm and straighten. Just a micro bend. Wake up the triceps. 3 more like that. Tiny bend and straighten. Last one, and take it back to your downward dog. So you can hang out there, or let's take the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hips, stretching out the right side oblique. So hopefully this isn't into your back. For me, this is getting that whole right side of my waistline opening up. 1 more breath there. And then we square the hips, step the foot through the hands, taking the right hand up to the sky, opening here. Breathe into it. And then bring the hand back to the mat, draw the abs in, and then bring the hands up to the sky. Maybe stepping the back foot forward a little bit, and then just bending and straightening the legs for a lunge. Just bend and straighten. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. For 5, breathe. Strong legs, pull the abs in to find your balance. And then we come back down into that lunge, bring your hands down to the mat, step back to your plank. Holding your plank for a moment, reset the feet, long neck, and then taking the hips high to the sky for your downward dog. And then we'll take the left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hips, stretching everything out. So not worrying about form as much as I want you to feel your left oblique getting a stretch. And then on your next breath, we'll step the foot through the hands, taking the left hand up to the sky, take this twist. 1 more breath there. Bring the hands back to the mat to reset. Maybe step the right foot in a tiny bit, and then just bring the hands up to the sky, and then just bend and straighten, bend and straighten. So just gently bringing the right knee to the mat, in the direction of it, not to it. For 3, feeling all the goodness in the hamstring glute on the left side. Last one, hold it down, bring your hands down to the mat, step back into your plank and hold here. Take a breath, draw the abs up and in, lift out of your pelvic floor. You're gonna bend your elbows to bring you slowly all the way down to the mat. Slow and controlled as you lower your body all the way down to the mat, and then hang out on the mat. Before we go anywhere, we're gonna add a little stretch in here. So if you have your band or ring, or you don't need anything handy, let's just come down to the mat. We're gonna bring the left leg, bend the knee. and grab the foot. So if it feels like it's too much, you can always grab something and then you have a little assist there. If you don't need that assist, just use your hand and we'll just hang out there. While you're there stretching out that quad and hip flexor, you're gonna try to push both hips evenly into the mat. And then maybe push into your hand a little bit, as long as that feels all right onto your knee. We're just gonna take a couple breaths here. Stretching open that hip. For me lately, this has been feeling really nice. Open the quad, but it's also kind of opening up into my psoas, I feel. I don't know what's happening on the inside, but that's what it feels like for me. Take one more breath there. And we'll gently release that leg. And then other side. And just hang out there for a moment. Relax into it. Hopefully it feels good for you. Maybe it feels a little like, why are we doing that? But then with a few breaths, your body's like, oh, thank you. Take 2 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, we'll release that leg. Shake the pelvis out, fold the forearms together, glue the forehead to the forearms. So let everything just let go in your pelvis. And then feel your abs magnetize up into your spine. Press the hip bones down. And then we'll float the legs up off the mat. Floating both legs up off the mat, draw the abs in and lower. Abs tight, lift the thighs up off the mat, long legs, squeeze the glute and lower. This time lift and hold. Lift and hold. Feel all that length, feel your glutes, relax your shoulders, and then stir the legs away from each other. So circling out, up and around, accentuating the up, keeping the glutes engaged the entire time. Maybe the thighs lift a touch higher, and then reverse. Shoulders are relaxed. And last one, lower the legs to the mat, shake the pelvis out, let anything go. Toes remain on the floor, forehead stays attached to the forearms. Draw the belly up and in, and we'll float the upper body up off of the mat. Lift the elbows slightly higher. Feel like someone could pull your spine right away from your pelvis, and then lower everything down. Connect your pelvis in place as your anchor, draw your abs in, and then floating the upper body up. And lower, one more time like that, floating the upper body up. Staying up here, can you float the thighs up? Extend the arms out to the front, plug the shoulders into the ears, and then start to swim. Little flutter kicks. Long neck for 5, 3, 2, and last one, lower everything down. Gently press yourself to your child's pose. Knees wide, feet together. Take your stretch here. Breathing into your back. Finding length in your spine. One more breath. And then on your next breath, let's roll yourself onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your pelvis, rounding your spine into your cat. And then head up, tail up to your cow. And into your cat, pull the belly into your spine, push the spine up, and then into your cow. And then back into your neutral position, drawing the abs and wrapping the ribs and set shoulders away from the ears, extend the right arm and the left leg. And bring it back to center, left arm, right leg. And back to center. So alternating sides, waking up the core, keeping your pelvis still. The next time we go to the right, we're gonna stay there. Hang out with the right arm and the left leg. Open the arm and leg away from the body. Drop the fingers and the toes to the mat. Sweep it back to center, and then we lift. We open, drop, sweep to center, lift. One more time like that. Bring it all the way back to center. Now is when we round our spine, the knee and the elbow touch. And extend. Knee and the elbow connect. Extend. 2 more like that. One more. Extend and hold, hold, hold. Maybe we float the right foot off the mat. And bring everything back to center. One time into your cat, into your cow. Reset for now center as you lengthen your left arm. right leg. Open the arm and leg away from the body with control, fingers and the toes touch the mat. You sweep it to center and lift. Open, drop, sweep to center and lift. Away from the body, keeping the arm and leg up in line with the body as you open out, and then you drop. One more. And you'll bring everything back to center, around your spine, the knee and the elbow touch. And extend the knee and the elbow connect. And extend. Pull in, contracting the abs. The last one. Hold the arm and leg long. Find your abs. Float the left foot up off the mat. Balancing on the knee. Bring it all the way back to center. Rounding into your cat. And into your cow. And back to center. And coming onto your bum. Grabbing your band. Actually, just have everything next to you. So when we're laying down, you'll easily be able to access it, whether it's the block or the ball and the weights also. So have those where you can easily grab them. But starting with your band or your ring. Sit up tall, around the wrist, lengthen up, side the shoulder blades down, draw the belly in, and then pull the pelvic floor up off of the mat. Can you release your shoulders away from your ears? And then tuck your pelvis, and with ease, start to slowly roll down. Vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. All the way down. Take a long stretch here. Inhale, exhale, hands up to the sky, press out into the bend, lift from the upper abs, and then lower back down. Staying down there for a moment, and then just lift from the upper abs, reaching the fingertips as if they could touch the sky. Two more like that, just the upper abs, they lift and lower. And lift and hold it, come a little bit higher, draw the abs in, float the right leg, one little inch up off the floor, and lower. Left leg, one little inch up off the floor, and lower. So from the abs, we alternate, tiny little lift. You're lifting from your upper abs, reaching the fingertips to the sky, and always if your neck is hurting, you put your head on the mat. Two more. Last one each way. You'll firm both thighs down, and then come up another inch. Another inch, come up to your belly button, and then reach, up and over, reaching to your toes, take a stretch forward. Sit up tall, we're gonna do that again, so the shoulders down. Pull the belly in, press out into the band, tuck the pelvis, and hold on. All the way to the mat, slow and controlled, take a long stretch, and then reach the hands back up to the sky. Again, we're gonna lift from the upper abs, and lower, four more like that. Lift, reach the fingertips to the sky, pull the abs in. As you're up there, can you draw your belly deeper into your spine while keeping your lumbar curved? Two. The next one, we stay up. Holding here, draw the abs in, either single leg or now squeeze the thighs together and draw the belly in, and both legs lift up a micro inch and lower. A micro inch and lower. Two more like that. Micro inch, draw the belly in. One more time. Draw the belly in, lift those legs, hold, and lower everything down, take a long stretch. Inhale, exhale, hands up to the sky, draw the abs in, peel yourself vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, up, and over, reaching and diving and connecting in with your toes. Wrapping the band around your right foot, roll all the way down, and take the leg up to the sky. Let's stretch out here. And just starting to bend and straighten the leg. Pushing your right sits bone to the front. And then hold the leg and come up a little bit further. And breathe in a little bit further, pushing that right sits bone forward as the leg comes back. Soften the ribs into the body. Let's take two more breaths. And then we'll release that, bringing it to the toes and pull the toes down as the heel goes up to the sky. Getting into that calf stretch. And we'll point and flex. And hold the toes down, push the heel up. Breathing into your calf. And then bringing it back to the center of the foot. Spiraling the thigh open and out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Keep pushing your left hip down and lengthen through your right inner thigh. Shoulders are relaxed. Take 2 more breaths here. Actively stretching. And then we'll sweep that leg back up to the sky and let it come a little bit across the body to stretch across the side of the hip, the side of the leg. Relax the shoulders. Keep pushing your right hip away. One more breath. And on your next exhale, we'll melt into the spinal twist, letting the leg fall across the body, looking in the opposite direction. And we'll lengthen the right leg long to the front. Hopefully it's feeling longer, loose, holding onto your band as you peel yourself up and over and catching onto your left foot. Taking your leg up to the sky, rolling all the way down and hanging out here. Breathe into the back of the leg. You can start to add that bend and straighten. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And your next exhale will release the hamstring stretch and bring it to the toes. Pulling the toes down for your calf stretch. And you can point and flex. Loosen up that ankle and then hold the toes down, heel up. And then bring it back to center, spiraling the thigh open and out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Keep pushing your right hip down. Lengthen out of that left inner thigh. Take one more breath there. And sweep that leg up to the sky, across the body, stretching through the side of it. Anchoring your left back pocket down. And the leg comes any amount across where your pelvis isn't leaving the mat. Two more breaths. Pushing the left hip away. And then on your next exhale, we'll melt into the spinal twist, bring the band to the side. And then extend the leg out to straight. Shake it out so legs are long and loose. Bend the knees, feet to the mat. And then let's grab the yoga block or the ball, whatever you have. We're gonna put it right behind your head. So it's just on the floor, and then put your hands open palm on top of it. You could even use the ring if you have the ring. I don't have the ring because my cheap ring broke. So you're gonna press down into whatever you have. Press and slight release. So you're gonna feel the triceps pressing down. So the palms are facing into the ball. I'm just gonna say ball, but you know what you have. Draw the abs in, start to find your pelvis into neutral. Now keep the tension on the ball, slide the shoulder blades in from the ears and bring your right leg into table. Bring your left leg up to meet it. Draw the abs in, soften the ribs. Now march the right toes to the front edge of the mat and drag it back up and left. So alternating toe taps, what we normally do, just adding a little variation by having a little more instability without the hands on the mat. So the abs are really forced into working. Like they're pretty warmed up at this point. Your body knows what to do. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears. Are you keeping that little low back curve? Are you pulling your belly button into your spine and lifting out of your pelvic floor? Are you softening your front ribs towards each other? And then all the while, you're giving some tension into that ball. One more each way. We'll bring everything all the way back to center and release. Bring the feet down. Just shake everything out, make sure there's no tension there. We're gonna bring the legs back up. This time, place the ball or the block in between the inner thighs. So deepen the thighs and bring the legs back up to tabletop. Arms can now release by the sides, relax the shoulders. Let's have the feet all the way hip width apart. And while the legs are up, flex the feet and let's just start to squeeze inner thighs and release. So a little inner thigh activation while we're just here working our abs as well. By keeping those legs up, can you sink your belly down? Activating in the pelvic floor is going to help activate into the, activating the inner thighs is going to help activate into the pelvic floor and into your low abs, and it just goes up the chain and everything is drawing into center. Relax the shoulders, keep the ball as tight as you can, and tiny pulses in. Tiny pulse for 5. Hold it tight, hold it tighter, a little bit tighter, and now let your legs hinge forward together just a few inches from your low belly. Draw the legs back up, hinging from the hip, as if the legs have no influence on the pelvis, because the pelvis is staying so still, there's no way the legs can move it. And then when the legs are back in table, lift the hands an inch above the mat and lift the head, neck, and shoulders, reaching your fingertips to the front edge of the mat. And now take the legs out a little bit further. You see your abs drawing in and pull the legs back up. Squeezing what you have in your thighs, keeping it tight. And then on the next one, we'll go down to our point of control. Holding, reach your fingertips a little further forward so your upper abs are supporting you. Pull your abs in, and now tiny pulses in. You also can have your feet on the ground if this is feeling too much for your back. Draw the belly in for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Relax everything in, relax the head down. Take the ball out for the moment. Take the knees, stir them in the hip sockets. Let go of any tension in the hips. And reverse it. And bring everything back to center. So remember, when we have the ball or the block or whatever, it's just an option. If you don't want it, and I say put it in your feet, don't do it. Put it on the floor. So your choice. Now we're gonna bring it into the ankles. Point the toes, lengthen the legs up to the sky. Press the booty down into the mat. So you're really anchoring your sacrum in. Legs are long as if they are against a wall. Can you soften the ribs and the shoulders? And now just squeeze, squeeze, hold, squeeze, hold. So just a squeeze and a mini release. Squeeze, long legs, squeeze. Draw your belly in, shoulders relax, breathe, and breathe. For 5, 4, squeeze, hold, 3, 2, holding it tight, hold it tighter, and now tiny pulses in, pulse in. Tiny little pulses, activating that inside line of the leg, which is gonna creep into the pelvic floor. Relax the shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's take the hands up to the sky, and then we're gonna lift up, tap towards the ball or the block, whatever you have, and lower it back down. Reach up, tap, and down. Keeping the pelvis still. Reach for 5. Shoulders relax. 3. Last one, lift and hold it, and then grab the ball, hug it all the way, and relax. Let's come into 100 squat. Let's bring the ball back into the ankles, legs into tabletop, hands to the sky. Inhale, exhale to float the head, neck, shoulders up, press the legs away, reach the fingertips forward, and then bring it back in. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. This time holding it on the lift. Exhale, lift and hold. And then start to pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. but you're squeezing whatever you have in your thighs or your ankles. Inhale and exhale, or your legs are together with nothing in them. So you decide. And then where do you want the legs to be? Do you want them lower? Do you want them higher to the sky? Where do you feel like your transverse abdominis is most stable and challenged, but stable? Inhale and exhale. Inhale, draw the abs in even deeper. So each time, exhale the abs deeper. One more set. Inhale and exhale, hold the ball, squeeze it tight, and then drag the legs back up and hug it all the way in and relax. Let your head rock side to side. Bring your feet down just to reset into your neutral. Bring the legs to table. Balls in the hands to start. Float the head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend the left leg out, and you're gonna sweep the ball or the block underneath the right leg, and then we're just gonna go switch and switch. So you're just doing a little figure eight of the ball. Reach and reach, adding a little side to side with it, but keeping the pelvis still. Breathe. Feel those abs and those obliques. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, I almost lost my ball. Last one, bring everything to center and hug it all the way in and relax. Let's bring the feet down to the mat. Place the ball in between the thighs. We're gonna come into bridging with a little extra or inner thigh activation. Arms relaxed by the side, feet are hip width apart. This is a nice place for the ball or the block because then after it's gonna go underneath the feet, I think. Widen the collarbone, reach the fingertips forward to keep the shoulders pressing down into the mat. The neck is free. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the ball, roll your hips up into your bridge position. Squeeze the ball, push the knees forward, lift your hips a little bit higher, and then sequentially pressing your spine into the mat. Inhale, exhale, re-squeeze the ball, tuck the pelvis, draw the abs in, lift the hips, push the knees to the front edge of the room, squeeze that ball, hips go higher, and then sequentially down. 3 more like that. Peeling all the way up. 10 all the way down. 2. Vertebra by vertebra, keeping the neck long. Shoulders relaxed. All the way up. Firming those feet down all the way down. We roll all the way up and we hold the up on this one. Firming the feet down. Push the hips up higher. Squeeze the ball in and little press of the ball in. So even if you have the block, it's kind of a little more evil with the block because it's just hard and it's harder to get into it. Push the thighs forward, push the hips forward for 5. Hold it there, tap your butt to the mat, press up. Lift the hips, squeeze the booty, squeeze the ball. Down, up, everything squeezes. Down, up, squeeze. You also could take your hands up to the sky if you want to take the arms off for a little more ab challenge. For 5. 3. And last one, lift and hold, squeeze the ball in, pulse, pulse, pulse. Tiny presses. Hold the ball tight, pulse the hips up, pulse up, up. Reach your sits bones towards your calves for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, take the ball out. Ball is in the hands. Lift the heels up. So you're on your toes, tap down, up, squeeze. So you still have that sensation of having it in the thighs. The inner thighs are activated, but now we're going to give a little pressure into the ball with the hands or the block. For 4, 3, 3. You almost touch your butt down and then it goes right back up. This one stays on the up and his pulses up, up. For 5. And last one, lower the heels, walk the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Tuck your pelvis slightly and push your hips up even higher. Dig your heels down, toes up to the sky, tap your bum down, press up, squeeze the glutes. Down, up, and squeeze. Remember, you're still giving a little tension to the ball's right over your chest. You squeeze it in, open palm, pushing from the palm, not from the fingers. Wrapping from your back out to your hands. Hold this one up, we tap the knees together, and we open. We tap in and open. And hold the thighs open and tiny pulses up, up. For 5, And last one, drop the feet, walk the feet back to hip width apart, sequentially rolling your spine all the way down. Roll yourself up onto your sits bones, place the ball or the block on the mat because your feet are gonna go on it now. If you don't wanna do this part, don't put the ball under your feet. So the block is gonna be more stable. The ball is gonna be not as much fun. So feet are gonna balance. Pull them in a little bit towards you. We can readjust and go down because we're gonna be going back up into our bridge. So if it's the block, long way, heels dig down. And then sequentially place your spine back down into the mat. Adjust where you need to be. The heels are just a touch past your, just a little bit past you. So it's not, they're not super far out. Find your stability here. We're gonna press the heels into the ball and then roll your hips into your bridge. And sequentially rolling it down. And rolling all the way up and all the way down. Make sure your arms are on the mat. A few more like this. 2. We're gonna hold this one up. And then tiny presses up, pulse up, 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 up for 5. And last one, rolling all the way back down. Hands up to the sky. Roll all the way back up. Grab your ball or your block. Rolling all the way back down. Feet back down to the mat. Ball back in your thighs. Firm the arms down. You're gonna roll your hips up one more time into your bridge. Extend the left leg long. Hips are even. And now just pulse into whatever you have. Pulse. The left leg pulses in and in and in. Push your hips a little bit higher. Pulse in for 5. And last one, place a foot back on the mat. Right leg goes out, left leg stays down, and pulse the right leg in, right thigh in, and in. Little presses in. Trying to keep those hips squared for 5. And last one, place that foot on the mat, push the hips a little bit higher, and then sequentially rolling yourself all the way back down to the mat. Placing your ball to the side. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, figure 4 stretch. Bring your hands behind your thigh and take a little stretch here. And breathe. Let your tailbone be heavy onto the mat. Pull the thigh back a little bit further. Pushing your right hip away from you. And then other side. Keeping the tailbone heavy, pushing the left elbow into the left thigh, pulling the right thigh back. And release that. Bring the feet to the mat, hands to the sky. Inhale, on your exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders up, and rolling all the way up onto the sits bones, coming into rolling like a ball. So if you want to add something extra in for your ball rolling fun, we're going to bring the heels together, and then whatever you have can go between the calves and the thighs. This is going to force your legs to stay in this exact location. The heels are together, the toes are slightly turned out, and fingertips touch your heels, or to your ankles, sorry. First, find the length where your shoulder blades down, and then with purpose, slightly tuck the pelvis, and then roll to your shoulder blades and come up and balance on your sits bones. Roll and come up and balance. It's kind of nice when you can't change your position. Roll and come up and balance. 2 more. Breathe. Last one. And come up and hold, hold, hold. You can now take the ball out, holding the ball in your hands. We're gonna just kick the legs up to the sky and tap them to the mat. Up and down. Squeeze whatever you have in your hands. 2 more. And last one. And bring it to table, and then slowly roll your spine down into the mat. Hug everything in for 1 breath, and then legs back to table. We're gonna place the ball on the thighs or the block the long way, probably would be the easiest. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, not easiest, but make most sense. Extend the left leg long, pushing the right thigh into the ball, and then single leg stretch. Push the thigh into the ball, press, and press. So the thigh that's in pushes into the ball, but your hands are pushing into it as well. So you give that little feedback, press and press. Breathe for 5. Pull your belly in, 4. Point the toes. 2, last one each way. And bring it back to center and hug it all the way and relax. Coming into double leg stretch, let's bring the ball into the ankles. Hands up to the sky. Inhale, exhale to lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and reach your fingertips as if you could touch towards your ankles. Extend the arms and legs long. Give the ball a squeeze. Exhale, so go bring it to center. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to center. Inhale. Exhale. Pulling the belly in, squeeze that ball. 3 more. 2. And last. 1, lengthen, hold, and then bring it all the way in and relax. Take it all out. You can have the knees in. Rock it side to side. And then we'll hold the ball in the hands. Extend the legs to the sky. Float head, neck, and shoulders up. Lower the left leg long. Double pull the right leg towards the ball or the block. Scissor the legs, pull, pull. Inhale. Give the ball a squeeze with your hands. So remember, the heel of the hand is pushing it in, wrapping from your back. The top leg, double pull towards it. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Breathe for 4. 2. Last one each way. And bring everything back to center and hug it all the way and relax. Coming into double straight leg lower. And swing the legs back with the ball or the block. If it feels all right for your body, remember you can always put it on the mat. Fingertip touch behind the ears. Elbows wide. Squeeze the ball if you have it. Float the head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend the legs to the sky. Squeeze. And then let your legs lengthen to your point of control. And then your low belly draws the legs back up. So it could be 1 little inch where you're really finding your abs activated. Maybe they have to go lower. And that's your challenge for today. But your challenge is to listen to your body and get the most out of the exercise for you. 4 more. Elbows stay wide to the sides. You have that line between your chin and your chest. There's no tension in your neck. 2. Squeeze and lift from those low belly. Last one. Drag it all the way up and hug it all the way and relax. Let everything go for a second. And let's lift the head, neck, towards ball in your hands, legs and table. Lift. And we're gonna then extend the left leg out. We're gonna reach the ball up and over to the right corner of the mat, back to center, up and over to the left front corner of the mat. So you're reaching it forward. You're gonna turn your arms so the opposite hand lands on top as you twist. So the left hand is on top when you go to the right. Right hand reaches it forward. For 4, breathe. 3, really accentuate that twist. 2, and last one each way. And return everything to center and hug it all the way and relax. And place the ball to the side, take a long stretch. Stripping everything out. And then we'll take the hands up to the sky. Float the head, neck, and shoulders up. And peel yourself up, up, up and over. Reaching, diving forward, take a little stretch forward. And here we'll grab our weights. Feeling good out there?
Yep.
Yay. Relax the shoulders. Sitting up tall, elbows tuck into your sides. Lift a little bit taller. And then we're going to start just pressing the arms out to the sides and bring it to center. Tuck your elbows into your body. So you push, pull, measure, you're pulling apart a really strong rubber band. Draw the abs in. And then hold the arms back and then just pull the elbows in, tiny pull in, breathe. Long neck, hold them in and tiny pulse back, Can you reach the top of your head to the sky? Not from your chin, but from the top of your head. And then reach the arms all the way back forward as you roll back halfway. Bend and straighten the elbows, bicep curls. Pulling the abs in tight. Lift out of your pelvic floor, staying where it feels best for your body. For 3. And last one, lengthen the arms out, turn the palms towards each other. Bend the right, and bend the left. Bend the right, with control, shoulders stay sliding away from the ears. Last one each way. Both arms out, turn the palms down, relax the shoulders away from the ears, and then roll yourself down to the mat. Take a long stretch. Maybe let the weights hang out in your hands for a moment. See if that feels good to help open you up, especially if the weights are light. Hands reach back up to the sky, turn the palms towards each other, and roll up to your halfway point. Slide the shoulder blades down, draw the abs in, and then hinge the arms open and hug around that big balloon. For 3, 2, and last one. And bring it back to center, sitting up tall. Send the arms behind you, widen the collarbone, and then just pulse the hands together. So really working on the posture muscles. Pull the shoulder blades towards each other, lengthen the neck. Pulse in. Holding them in, lift a little bit higher, and then pulse them up. Breathe. And then we're gonna lift and lengthen the arms all the way up to the sky. Turn the palms towards each other. Bend and extend. Bend and press up. So the biceps are alongside your ears. You're lifting out of your abs. You're wrapping the ribs in still. For 3, 2, and last one. Bring the arms all the way down. Place the weights to the side. Wrapping the right arm across. We have to go into our leg, side work. And then other side. And then come to lay on your left side. Head can hang out on the arm or propped up on your hand. Lay on your balance beam, push the top hip away, wrap the ribs in, draw the belly in, lengthen those legs so they're just a tiny inch in front of the body, then lift the top leg in line with it. Flex to the foot like you can make your leg a little bit longer, and then sweep the leg forward, point and sweep it back. Wrap the ribs into the body. Draw the abs in. So feel everything is coming from your center of stability, and then the movement happens. In the leg, not in the rest of the body, sorry, just to be clear. The movement is coming, you're gonna move the leg, but nothing else is moving. The next time the leg is gonna stay back, and then little tiny pulses back, pulse back. So activating right at the base of the glute, keeping the hips stacked, and then bring the leg back to center. Sprawl the thigh to the sky. You're gonna kick the leg up to the sky, bend the knee, and push the toes down the leg. Kick up, bend, and press. We lift. 2. And last one. We're gonna drag the toes back up the leg. Extend the leg up, flex, and pull it down. Pull, extend, flex. So getting some mobility in the hip, as well as strengthening. The next one, we're gonna stay to the sky, lift and lengthen, hold, sprout the thigh open, stirs the ceiling. And then reverse. And we flex the foot. The leg is gonna sweep to come almost to the floor, and then it sweeps right back up to the sky. Almost coming to the floor, and then sweep up to the sky. 3, use your abs to stabilize you. And last one. Let's come down and hold. Tiny bend and straighten, bend, straighten. Push your booty back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, sweep the leg all the way back and then let it relax. Bend the knees, so they're in clamshell position, and angle the ankles up. Keep pushing the top hip away, wrap the ribs in, and then open and close. Open, squeeze the booty, keeping the hips still like you got pinned into the mat. And squeeze. Keep the spine long. And then we'll hold the knee up and tiny pulses up. Pulse up. For 5. Last one, lower the bottom leg, rotate knee to knee, toe to ankle. Knee to knee, and toe to ankle. Are you still thinking about your spine being in this Pilates alignment? Well, it is proper alignment that Pilates just helps to maintain. It's not the Pilates alignment. It's the body's own idea of how it was built. And then hold the knee down and tiny little pulses up. Kick up. For 5. And lower that leg all the way down. Bend the knees to 90 degrees. Flex to the feet. Push the top hip away. Sweep the top leg open and then almost touch down and sweep it right back up. It wants to touch the bottom leg, but it can't. It's an opposing magnet. It's resisting as it goes down and it resists as it goes up. And then come down halfway, hold it in tiny stirs, little stirs around and around and around. And reverse. For 3, 2, and last one, lower that leg all the way down, punching it out. And then just prop yourself up. Come onto your bottom forearm, real quick into a little mini side plank. So legs are long, one foot could be stacked in front of the other, bend bottom knee, whatever variation is best for you today. Bring the hand to the hip, draw the abs in, and then just lift the hips to the sky, reach your hand to the sky and touch the ceiling like there's a bar up there that can help, you can grab on and lift your hips a little higher. And now take that top arm and dive up underneath your torso and lengthen the arm up. Twist and lift. One more. And all the way up and lift. Grab that bar, lift the hips a little bit higher, and then lower the hips and just swivel your head to the other edge of the mat. So coming down to sit up just as you did on the other side, wherever you took your arm and head on that side, do the same setup. Push the top hip away. Legs are at that little banana shape to the front. Lift the top leg in line with the hip. Flex the foot, draw the abs in. Sweep the leg to the front, point and kick it to the back, activating the glute on the back side. Flex to bring it forward and point and sweep it back. And breathe. So the abs are staying super pulled in. And then on the next one, let's hold it on the back and tiny pulses back. And then you'll bring it back to center, spiral the thigh to the sky. So you just externally rotated the leg, extend the leg up, bend the knee, push down the leg. We lift, bend, and press down the leg. 2 more like that. And then we're gonna reverse it. You draw the toes up, kick the leg up, flex to drag it down. Resist as it's coming up, lengthen, lengthen, stretch, flex and pull out for 3. Relax the shoulders. And last one. Keeping it up, spiral the thigh open, we stir to the sky. The circles happen in the pelvis, stay still. And then reverse. And hold it there, flex the foot. We lower the leg to come almost down and then lifts right back up. Almost coming down, straight in front of the hip and lift it back up. Two. One more. Bring it back down to start point and then little tiny presses. Press, press. Push the booty back for a 5. And last one, scoop it back, set up for your clamshells. Angle the ankles up, push the top hip away, open and close, and lift. And lift, squeeze. Shoulders are relaxed. For 5, like you're laying on the balance beam and doing this. And then holding it up, pulsing it up. Push the heels together and pulses. Ooh, I almost rolled off my balance beam because I was thinking about those hot little gymnasts that are so fierce on the balance beam. And then we bring the bottom leg down and rotate the knee to the knee and the toe to the ankle. Knee to knee and toe to ankle. Also, isn't it crazy that someone came up with the idea that it's a good idea to do flips and all these kinds of wild things on a little thin beam? And then hold the knee down in little tiny lifts and swing yourself around a pole and do all of these wild things. Who thought that that was like, it's pretty entertaining, but pretty wild. And then lower that leg all the way down, bring the knees forward, flex the feet, push the top hip away. Float that leg up and then resist opposing magnet, bring it down. Lift and let it resist as it comes down. You're pushing your top hip away from you. You're keeping that length in your top side. For 4. And then we add our circles. Then we have our side plank and then we have our regular plank and then we're done. Come down, hold, we do tiny stirs. Little stir here. Almost the end, give it all you got. And then reverse. 3, 2, and last one, lower it down. You punch that booty out. And then we set up for that side plank. We'll go quick into our front plank. Hand to the hip, draw the abs in, legs the same as you took on the other side. And we just lift and then reach to the sky. Grab that support pole on the sky, lift your hips a little higher, and then dive the top arm under and lift. Twist and lift. Twist and lift. One more time, twist. Lift and hold. We go a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little higher for that waistline and bring it all the way back down. And then we come to set up. Neil, are you ready for us?
I am.
Okay, so you have your choice. Wrists are your forearms. Where do you feel like you need to be in your plank today? Listen to your body. Draw the abs inside the shoulders down. Let those legs go long and Neil's on.
Barack and I woke to blue skies and fresh energy. We met his sister Amuma downtown where the 3 of us boarded a train to Kisumu, Obama's ancestral home, to visit their grandmother. The car was packed with Kenyans toting live chickens and furniture they bought in the city. For hours, I looked at a sprawl of tin-roofed shanties, mud roads, and open sewers. As the train rattled north, Nairobi's slums gave way to a jewel green countryside. Once again, I was struck by how the man sitting next to me, with his weird name and chaotic smile, had brilliantly upended my Chicago lawyer at a desk life. We disembarked into the equatorial heat and took a jackhammering ride on a matute through cornfields, where dark-skinned children caked in red dust waved and shouted greetings. We walked into the last bit to his grandmother's compound, a well-kept concrete home. 3, 2, 1.
Downward dog. Run the knees out. Any last little movement your body needs. Hopefully it's feeling stronger. Take your slow walk of your toes to your hands, allowing your hands to stay on the mat as long as available for your body. When you get your feet to the front, you can slightly bend those knees and just let everything go. Shake it out. So you want that little bit of the knee so it's not just in that hamstring stretch. You can let go in your back. And then seeing that the feet are hip width apart, connect the feet to the earth, press down, draw the abs in, and slowly start to roll your spine up with your head being the last thing that comes up. Tuck the shoulders away from the ears. Sitting up long and tall, take a nice big inhale up. And exhale one more time, big inhale up. And exhale it all out. Nice work, Pilates Hotties. Thank you for class.